What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages? It's October 9th, and you can tell that because of the numbers that are on top of Blaine's head right now. It is the owners' meeting slash the traffic wave team build session. So every Wednesday night, we're going to combine the two, both communities, just because you guys are kind of doing the same thing. Because if you're building a business, you are building your list. So it all kind of plays hand in hand. Part of the traffic wave team build group and the idea that we wanted to shoot with this is to get people. Obviously, you guys know ClickTrack Profit relaunch, and a big focus was not only social media content creation but list building. So a huge chunk of what we're doing and what we've built CTP to do is to get people into the mindset of list building. So with that, the traffic wave team build is in a very unique position, a leadership position. Because of the team build, everybody new that's coming into ClickTrack Profit will be introduced to traffic wave. And if they join the team build, you guys get downlines and we live happily ever after. That being said, you're going to make a whole lot more money using the techniques, tips, tricks, and all that fun stuff inside of CTP by just actually list building rather than just saying, hey, we're going to try to build downlines. Downline building is fun. It's exciting. It should not be the all end all. So you should definitely get into that's really loud.
TV is super loud.
Super loud. Yeah, sorry, Don. I just muted you, man, because I couldn't hear. It was really loud. It's all good, man. Okay, so basically, yeah. So in a nutshell, we're really trying to get program owners and list building kind of. I'm not going to say professionals because we're all still trying to master this stuff, but affiliate marketers that want to really take their list building to another level. We're trying to combine everything on a Wednesday night and give you guys some good information to take with you, digest it, use it for your business and whatnot. So I'm going to do a little bit of story time, and it's going to be funny because Blaine is just going to like shake his head when when I say the headline of this. We're going to call this Lessons from Sitting in the Drive-Thru at McDonald's. Nice. Let that sink in. I actually got tonight's entire lesson, entire talk, entire webinar from sitting in the drive-thru at McDonald's a couple of hours ago. I know, it's exciting. Here is what I mean by lessons from McDonald's. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when I go through a drive-thru, I'll park and I'll start eating, and then I get on my phone. And what happens is I usually end up on Wikipedia. I don't know if maybe I'm just a weird dude, but I do. And I was having a McChicken, and I Googled the McChicken, the history of the McChicken in Wikipedia. And did you know that the McChicken failed as a product launch with McDonald's in the 80s? It kind of birthed the Chicken McNugget, and the rest is history. But the McChicken sandwich went on to be the McChicken, the deluxe, the grill, all these different chicken products. But the McChicken actually failed as a product. And I was thinking, man, isn't that crazy? I mean, here's this company, McDonald's, that has had massive product launch failures over their history. I didn't know this, but the McChicken was actually a failure when it first launched. But you remember the pizza, McDonald's pizza? I mean, there was all of these really weird, their deluxe line of burgers, that failed. There's been a massive amount of failures at McDonald's. This is $1 billion company, probably next to Coca-Cola, the most recognized brand on planet Earth, but they fail so many times. If you actually Google product failures for McDonald's, there's this massive list. And that got me thinking, well, how does that work? What's the DNA of this? Why do they keep launching things if they're going to fail all the time? Well, there you go. That's actually a huge lesson to me. Here's a company that's just this massive, huge brand that isn't afraid of taking risks, that isn't afraid of trying things. Isn't afraid of throwing things out to the market to see what will be adopted and what won't. Now, they have their core products. They got their Big Macs. They got their shakes, their fries, whatever. But because they have a good, strong customer base with that, they aren't afraid to go and try stuff. They aren't afraid to go and invest billions of dollars in the pizza. And it failed miserably. But you know what? They bounced back because they had that strong product brand and strong product lines going already. But to me, that was just a huge, huge lesson, man. I mean, they are not afraid to launch new products. They're not afraid to try new stuff. The chocolate chip cookies. I mean, that was in the 80s. I remember the 80s was all the, like, I can't even remember the last time I saw those cookies. I mean, this is like, just think of the track record of all the products that have launched in McDonald's that have failed miserably, but they still keep launching products. So I thought that'd be cool to kind of just discuss, you know, what is it that keeps us back from trying new things? What is it that holds us back from doing this and throwing this against the wall, seeing what sticks here, what sticks there? I thought it'd be a good discussion to have. So lessons from the drive-thru in McDonald's. Is your product destined to fail or destined to succeed? Thoughts?
I think I'm going to try and see if I can word this properly. Like Don said, it's a fear of failure. So it's a psychological thing. I want to do something, but I don't want to fail at it. So within certain niches online, within the make money online niche, which is this giant umbrella of a niche that covers so many different things, you've got a lot of places where you can fail, and that's probably about 95% of it. Then there's about 5% of it where you can't fail. The problem is that 5% doesn't make money when you're trying to make money online. Right. So, and I'll look directly at like paid to click, paid to read, paid to survey, paid to whatever websites. You're not going to fail, but at the same time, you're looking at an ad for 30, 45 seconds, 60 seconds for 0.001 cent at best. So you don't fail, and that's easy, and I can't fail at it, and I'm making money in quotation marks, right? But it's less than standard minimum wage in fucking Ethiopia, realistically. And the biggest thing, again, is fear of failure. People don't want to put themselves out there. And we talk about McDonald's launching new products and putting things out there and trying things and testing and seeing what works and what doesn't. Within our localized niche of the industry itself, we have just a fear to try new things overall. I mean, video has been the biggest thing and the most effective marketing tool for years now.
A decade, literally a decade.
Years. Yeah. But nobody does video. Everybody, well, I don't know if I can get on camera. I don't know if I can do that. It's just it's more than a fear of failure. It's just a general fear overall. So.
Yeah, that's a really good point, man. I mean, this is the thing, and it's kind of like to look into the minds of Blaine and John a little bit when it comes to ClickTrack Profit. That's why we set up CTP Talk, because we wanted this no excuse barrier of entry. We understand that a lot of people would rather do things like that. What's going on, Rick? Would rather do things like that rather than stick themselves out too much, like actually building businesses. They're much more comfortable in a pay-to-click environment, in a TE environment, in a just go and show up and do these few little things so that you can get paid. And this is, complete, like, so far from where we need to be as entrepreneurs. But it seems to be this trap that we're in, and fear of failure is a good point, but I agree with Blaine. I think it goes to another level. It's not just fear of failure. It's fear of stepping totally outside of your comfort zone. And as an entrepreneur, I think that's stuff that we have to embrace. We have to really, be okay with falling on your face. Just like the example, again, lessons from the drive-thru at McDonald's. I mean, think of how many failing products they have had. And I know it's comparing apples to oranges, people in the make money niche, and then, McDonald's, but companies that excel, entrepreneurs that excel, aren't afraid of falling on their face.
Was it, Elon Musk, the dude that made PayPal. He had 8, 9, 12 products before PayPal, all failed.
Right.
Every single one of them failed.
Yeah.
It's just, you look at Mark Zuckerberg, owner of Facebook. He had multiple products prior to Facebook. The majority of them failed.
Yeah.
It's just people trying things. I've put out products before that have completely flopped, and adjust, try again, phase, go into a new direction, try something else. I mean, you got to do something. You can't sit down at a computer and literally do nothing and expect to earn or achieve anything with it. And that's what people do.
Yeah.
Just a general fear.
The low risk, low reward kind of mentality. People are okay with the low rewards as long as they don't have to step out of their comfort zone. They're okay with making a few pennies here and there, as long as they don't need to step too far out of the comfort zone. And this is the major problem with affiliate marketing as a whole, is that we've been misled to think that all we got to do is just, join something, throw some money at it, and then we're going to be an instant success. It's just not the case. It's literally, I mean, I'm just thinking of my own stories, like the products that I've launched over the years. My first ever product that I ever launched failed miserably. Trafficbuck.com. I mean, this thing was just the most epic. We had this logo. We spent all the money on the design. We got custom coding. We had the whole shebang. This is back in 2002. And we were just like, this is going to be the biggest thing ever. And we were so excited, and it failed. I think we made maybe $50 from it total. I mean, it was an epic collapse and just disgustingly epic failure. But then I went on to create my blog, and then, that's the other trick too. If you don't know about what to launch for a product, just start blogging about stuff, and you'll pick something up for sure. So
it's not really a stigma, Don. The thing is, it's not that nobody wants to see what you have or do. Nobody knows you. And right. You have to bring that forward as well. And then it's at the end of the day, it's about dedication. Are you dedicated to doing this and building something greater than what you thought possible? I started out with literally nothing. As an affiliate, my first thing as an affiliate that I majorly promoted was this music lessons program, because I got mandolin.
Mandolin, I was about to say, man. Thank goodness you got the mandolin.
I play keyboard, I play guitar, I do all these things. So it's what I liked. It was one of my passions. So I promoted this music learning thing as an affiliate. I spent probably a good $1,000 on Google AdWords for nothing. Made $0 out of it. And then that was like a week. And I was like, man, I don't know what I'm doing. I failed. And I was in debt at that point, $1,000. That's a lot of money. But I got back up and I tried to refocus and figure out what I was doing wrong, and then build from that and go. It's not that no one wants to see what you have or do, but is your product, is what you're promoting relevant to the audience that you're promoting it to? Is it relevant at the time? When the McChicken originally came out, at that time, there was zero interest for the McChicken. So they went into the chicken nuggets, and those were much more of a valid piece to have. And then they reintroduced the McChicken later on, and it became a success.
Yeah. Did you guys notice this? I don't know if you saw this. It was, and I don't want to call anybody out, but there was a guy that came into the CTP Telegram, and he was really, really active when CTP launched, and especially CTP Talk. He was really pumped up, fired up. Did a couple blog posts, did all the right things. Disappeared, right? I mean, that's kind of the thing. And then this week he comes back, and the first comment he makes is CTP Talk still around? Because I made a post and I didn't get any comments. Well, I mean, this kind of goes about right what you're talking about there with no one wants to see what you have. It's not that no one wants to see what you have. It's that no one knows you. You can't get mad at people for, not taking action if you're not taking action yourself every single day. So, we talked about the engagement, the content creation, and the curation stuff on Monday seminar, and that plugs in to everything you're doing as a business owner. Now, I'm not just talking content creation, list building. I'm talking as a program owner. If you're not in front of people, all the time, like omnipresent. You know, that's the Grant Cardone thing, being omnipresent in your social media networking and stuff like that. There's 14,000 marketing messages pulling at your attention strings each and every day. How do you expect to stay top of mind to your customers if you're not putting yourself out there, right? It's one thing to sit back and say, okay, I've got this great business. I'm really excited. I'm really pumped up. But it's another thing to actually do this stuff, right? And actually sit out in front of people every day and getting people to know you. And actually, Kirk, we were talking about this today on your blog. I read it and I was like, what you're doing is perfect, man. And this is the sad state, is that you can do this for weeks, if not months, and get very little traction. And then all of a sudden something happens. You get that one answer, you get that one sale, you get that one response, and then it turns into 2, then it turns into 3. And before you know it, you know, I mean, would me and Blaine like to be doing these seminars in front of 500 people? I guess, but I can't worry about that. I got to worry about the 5 people that are here tonight. How can we deliver enough value today so that you remember us tomorrow, and that you remember us Friday and Saturday and Sunday and so on and so forth? So don't get too hung up on the, you know, try stuff. People are attracted to that, man. I mean, this is kind of going back to the point of the McDonald's mission, the lessons from McDonald's here, is that they try things. They try new products. They fling it in front of people's face all the time. They do funky promotions to get people coming back and do things. Just constantly be doing things so that people can't ignore you. And the less that they will be able to ignore you, the better chances you have of securing a customer for the long term. Man, that was a
you have to be consistent with everything. Just like John had just talked about. You go and make one blog post and nobody comments, nobody upvotes, anything like that, and then you walk away. If you think about the McDonald's example, I still see and hear McDonald's ads on the radio, TV, internet, all over the place. And the only thing I can think is, who doesn't know about McDonald's?
Right.
There's like 1,000 McDonald's in every country, easily. Who doesn't know about McDonald's? But they're still out there, and they're still putting ourselves out in front of people consistently and consistently. That's the only word that I had for it. And continuing to market. And they have different promotions and different things that they do, but they're always out there and they're always in front of people.
Right. Yeah, I mentioned that. I think it was last week, or was it this week? I mean, there was this crazy stat I read in a book I was reading last week. Coca-Cola makes billions of dollars. They actually spend, I think it's 11% or something of their total revenue on marketing and advertising. That's Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is pretty much the most well-known brand on planet Earth. I mean, just similar with McDonald's. You can go to any country in the world. You show the white stripe, the pinstripe logo and everything, they automatically know what that is. But then this company is still spending 11% and 11% of billions is a lot of money. I mean, this is not like, you know, a little TE budget where, you know, we don't even have, you know, $10 to promote our business. These guys spend billions of dollars on advertising and marketing. So it's like, if they do that, if they put marketing and strategically being in front of people each and every minute of the day, if the biggest brand on earth does this, I think it's a pretty good nugget for us to be like, you know what, we suck at what we're doing and we need to get better. Exactly the cost of Super Bowl commercials. I mean, that's pennies for some of these companies, what they spend. This is kind of the benefit of us. I mean, listen, we're all small business owners, you know, but at the end of the day, we can kind of navigate this a lot easier than, say, a big corporation can, right? They got stockholders, they got people they got to answer to. We're all independent business owners. We can move a lot easier, you know? We can move a lot easier. We can leverage a lot of these free social networks, Steam, CTP Talk. I mean, there's all these amazing avenues that we can use to our advantage a lot easier than, say, you know, a big company. They may have the resources, but we have the flexibility to, anyways. beside the point. I just think it's a huge opportunity for us to do this omnipresent marketing, as Grant Cardone calls it. So, yeah.
Another thing, when you're looking at all these companies, you have to look at their focus, right? Their focus is always on one thing, one consistent thing that they're doing. McDonald's, it's always about their food products, and it doesn't matter what it is. And then you look at Coca-Cola, one thing for everything that they do. The majority of affiliates and stuff like that, they have stretched themselves so thin. They're trying to promote 700 different things with zero effect, because they're not focusing on that one thing, and that's their brand and them and themselves and their business or whatever it may be. They're busy promoting CTP, promoting affiliate product number 1, 2, 7, 8, 10, whatever, and all these other things. They don't focus on themselves and promoting that. And that's where the real success is. And that's where I found real success 8, 9 years ago, when I built my brand and built me first.
Yeah. How you doing, Rick? You okay? Living the dream?
Another company that comes to mind is Charmin. Every time I see or hear a Charmin commercial, I'm like, who's not buying the softest toilet paper in the world?
Good example. Charmin. Kleenex. You know, it's
Yeah,
not
right?
a tissue paper. They've literally branded.
They've branded the entire type of product.
Right. Yeah. It's not, can I get a tissue paper? It's, can I grab a Kleenex? Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
same thing with like
brand
Velcro,
name.
right? Velcro's actual name, the product name, is Hook and Loop Fastener. But everybody calls it Velcro. That's the brand.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, it's just such huge opportunities for us as business owners to get out there and be seen and get noticed by these by our customers. I mean, again, I mention this all the time in a lot of the talks I do, but we're bombarded between 10,000 to 20,000 marketing messages a day. I mean, just looking at my camera, you can see, you know, brands there's books. I got book titles. There's a poster behind me. You can even see the Blue Yeti. Well, the logo's over here, but there's a Blue Yeti mic. I got, you know, ads on my shirt. I mean, it's 10,000 to 20,000 marketing messages a day on average we go through. So when I see the comment like I did this week in Telegram about, oh, I didn't get any comments on my blog because I haven't blogged in 2 months, it's like, that's why. That's why you didn't get any comments on your blog, or why no one was interacting with you, is because the people that might have been reading your blog a couple months ago, they're still getting bombarded with ads 24/7, 365 all the time. So if you're not in front of people, you know, I mean, this is why I do these silly little things on Facebook, where I took a silly selfie of me today, just holding up, you know, and I'm doing that. It's the stock and flow content. I'm doing that for flow content, so I'm top of mind. So people, there's an algorithm actually in Facebook that the more you're posting on Facebook, the more people are seeing you, the more that people are interacting with you. That will start showing in people's feeds more. So you want to be out there in front of people, even if it's a silly little selfie, you know, whatever. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have, creating content in 2019 does not have to be Pulitzer Prize winning blog posts. Literally take a selfie of you doing something, put it on Instagram. Do a 5-minute video on DTube or YouTube talking about something, or book. Take a picture of the book you're reading. I mean, all of this stuff, again, is flow content to get to your stock content. But you've got to load it up. It's almost like you got to, what does Zig Ziglar say? Priming the pump. You got to prime the pump. You got to keep priming the pump until when it's time, you need that glass of water. The water's up at the top of the pump and you can drink thoroughly. But this is why we talk about doing these things daily, habit-wise, constantly being in front of people, being so sick. Kirk, I'm literally talking to you right now because of that blog post I saw you make. You literally want people. This was an old Soren Jordanson talk, and Soren Jordanson's a really good friend of mine that, you know, became really successful internet marketer over the years. And he used to say this. He used to say, I'm going to advertise and market my products until people either pay or they puke. And that's, you know, funny. But think about it. You want people to be so sick of seeing you that they're either going to be like, okay, you know what? This person is obviously doing something right because they're everywhere. Let me go check them out. Or it's like, oh man, I got to block this guy because they're not going to buy anything anyways. So don't worry about getting all the action to whatever you're doing right now. Just have this portfolio of track record of you doing things every day, and let that add up, so that when people do come and they start saying, hey, I'm going to buy something from you, they can look back and go like, holy moly, look at the amount of content this guy has done. This is insane. Look at this. This is crazy. And that's why you do this stuff. You don't do this stuff right away for all of the traction. This is long tail stuff, right? We want to set something up today that benefits us in 6 months to a year from now. So that's why we're doing these videos, why we're posting them on YouTube. We might only get a few views, but that's not why we're doing it. We're doing it so that we have a track record and we have a history of creating content, a history of actually doing stuff, so that, you know, we're out there bugging people. Buy our stuff, or whatnot. Yeah, man. Cool.
What questions do you have?
Questions, rants, raves, times you have to, certain numbers. I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, there's that old sales mantra or urban legend about 7 exposures. Did you guys see this? I'm going to show you guys this, and this kind of goes into why we do the email marketing stuff and all that funky stuff. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I can't show it. Damn, I can't show it. Well, I guess I can. I can do a screen. Let's do a screen share. How do I do that? Screen share. Let's see. I think this works. Let's see. Oh, so that didn't work. You guys see? You see me bring this up? You see that? Oh,
Yep.
oh, wrong one. All right. So, this is why you keep showing up. This is why, you know, this is an example of a promotion I did a couple of months ago. I didn't take day 5, 6, and 7, but it was a 7. I did a promotion for 7 days, and this shows you the JV Zoo commissions that I got from doing this. Now, day 1, earning $111 on your first day of promoting something, hey, that's not bad. I mean, you know, like, I'm pretty sure people would say, hey, this is good and this is pretty decent money. I'll do it again day 2. So day 2, I sent out another email. My income goes up. My income goes up about $64, give or take. I make more money. Now, someone makes $175 a day. They're like, hey, that's pretty decent money. I'm going to quit. Well, this is when you email again. So day 3, I sent it out. Now look at that. Day 3 is my best converting day. I've done over $1,200 in gross, but my earnings were about $600 because it was 50% commissions. So over $600 I sent day 3. I then follow it up on day 4. It trailed down. I think the last day I got maybe another $200 or something, but day 4 was 551. So almost the same as day 3, but you see the pattern there. I didn't stop emailing. If I would have stopped emailing or stopped being in front of people, I wouldn't have made all of this money, the day 2, day 3, day 4, 5, 6, 7. I would have only made day 1. So a lot of people, what happens is that they stop on day 1. They might not even make $1. And they're like, you know what? This isn't working. I'm going to quit. Look at the potential that they leave on the table. They leave this on the table because they don't follow up. So the big message to all of that stuff is that you have to stay in front of people, especially in email marketing too. You've got to constantly, you got to do the follow-ups. You got to do the blog posts. You got to do the social media. You got to be in front of people consistently, because if you're not, you're leaving potential money on the table. Now, I'm not saying, you know, you start sending emails, you're going to make $600 a day. That's, you know, I got that from a promotion because it was a fantastic product that was converting like crazy, right place, right time. And I built the relationship up with the list. That took years, but it just shows you that I couldn't have got to $1 from my list if I didn't continue to do stuff, if I didn't continue to follow up, continue to put out content, do the flow content every day. You do that, you'll get the results. You will. It may not come in the form of $600 or $500 a day, but don't worry about that yet. Worry about getting that one person that buys something or subscribes or answers you. Then get 2, then get 3, and build it. And you keep building it like that. You keep in front of people. I don't want to say it's guaranteed, because nothing is guaranteed, but it's a pretty good game plan for this affiliate marketing stuff. Just being in front of people as much as you can, as often as you can, everywhere you can. And that's my speech. Thanks for listening. Now we have musical stylings from Blaine Jones on his mandolin.
Sorry, I had to mute myself because my dogs were click-clacking around the
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, you have to consistently be in front of people. I mean, we don't sit here and get on these webcams because it's super, super fun, and I absolutely love doing it. Although it is fun, sometimes I'm like, man, I just want to lay down. But I'm here, and I'm in front of people, and we're here consistently. And that's what you have to do. If one person shows up or if 5,000 people show up, that's what you're here for.
Right. Yeah, it's not sexy, man. It's not sexy, and a lot of affiliate marketers, internet marketers, and stuff, they'll pitch you on something. They'll say, "Listen, this product or this service does all this for you. You don't have to do anything. Just press this button, pay this money, and you're good." I think the proper way, there's obviously a million and different ways to do this stuff, but I think the proper way of building affiliate marketing businesses or online businesses in general is the grunt work, is the rolling up the sleeves and working with customers every day, is building community. And community is not sexy. You want to know why? Because community comes in all different shapes and sizes. Community comes with all different types of opinions, all different types of income levels, experience levels. Community is the human experience. And if you are trying to build community with your business, it's going to take time. You're going to get bruised. You'll get, me and Blaine's case today, got threatened. You get all of humanity when you're trying to build community. And that's awesome. To me, it's awesome. I think that's the right way to build business. It's why I'm so attracted, and Blaine's so attracted to blockchains like Steam, and obviously with CTP Talk and stuff, because it's the human experience, man. You get it all. And it takes time. You can't just jump into it and say, "Hey, I'm going to get $600 today." Yeah. So it's fun, man. I wouldn't do it any other way, but it's not sexy. It's not immediate. And a lot of snake oil salesmen will try to pitch you that it is. And it's just, do this for 10 days or less and you'll make a bunch of money. I'm sure there is products out there that do it, but CTP is so long tail, man. It is, it is like long tail. You need to show up every day and keep showing up. Not for the guarantee of income, for the chance, for the opportunity. But it doesn't happen unless you really put the work in. So there you go. That was a speech. That was a speech and a half. Let me shut down the recording because I don't want the YouTube people to get upset with a hour-long recording, and they'll be like, "It's too long, didn't watch, bye." So
now all the fun stuff happens.
Now all the fun stuff, yeah. Bye, YouTube.